Throughout history, the prophecies of Nostradamus have fascinated and terrified us, offering cryptic glimpses into a future marked by cataclysmic events. Among his most haunting visions are those of fire, unrelenting flames that consume cities and leave devastation in their wake. Today, we delve into the possibility of one such prophecy coming to life in the year 2025, where Los Angeles, the city of angels, may find itself at the mercy of an unstoppable wildfire. Could Nostradamus have predicted the wildfires we face today? Let's explore the chilling parallels between his quatrains and the growing environmental crisis we now confront. Nostradamus' prophecies, often cryptic and open to interpretation, include several quatrains that seem to hint at natural disasters, including fires. One such quatrain, Century I, Quatrain 46, speaks of a great flame that could symbolize the destructive power of fire. Fire to the sky will bring a great calamity, and the flame of destruction will spread far and wide. Through the smoke and ash, cities will burn, and those who flee will find no escape. This quatrain could be seen as symbolizing catastrophic fires, perhaps like the ones that could ravage cities like Los Angeles in the future. The theme of flame of destruction aligns with the idea of unstoppable fires caused by social unrest, environmental disaster, or other catastrophic events. In the context of a potential 2025 wildfire in Los Angeles, this prophecy may represent the fear of devastating fires that result in displacement and irreparable destruction. Century I, Quatrain 46. Very near Auch, Lector and Mirand, a great fire will burn up the blood of the just. From the sky, it will fall upon the city, and the body will be burned to ashes. This quatrain could be interpreted as referencing a fire that starts from above, possibly from an intense lightning strike or a natural disaster fueled by celestial forces like solar flares that might start widespread wildfires. Century Roman 6, Quatrain 97. The fire will be sent down from the heavens, the fields and towns will burn to ash. Those who escape will suffer great calamities, as nature turns against humankind. This quatrain is particularly poignant when considering the growing impact of climate change and how intense heat waves and prolonged droughts might create conditions conducive to catastrophic wildfires. It speaks of fires originating in the heavens, potentially pointing to extreme atmospheric conditions, solar activity, or lightning strikes. Century Roman 8, Quatrain 15. The great fire will consume the earth. Its flames will burn from east to west. The cities will fall under the ash, as the winds spread death and decay. This quatrain seems to foreshadow the spread of fire across vast distances, possibly referring to wildfires that could start in one area but spread rapidly due to intense winds and other factors. It also hints at a widespread impact, where the destruction covers cities and entire regions, leading to displacement and societal collapse. Century Roman 2, Quatrain 70. The great lion will be overcome by the moon. On the second day of the month, a great fire will burn in the city of the west. Many will flee, but they will not be saved. A possible reference to a great disaster in a city of the west, which could be interpreted as Los Angeles, where people are displaced due to a fire they cannot escape. This could align with modern concerns of wildfire-induced destruction in urban areas. In the context of a potential 2025 wildfire in Los Angeles, Nostradamus' quatrains about fire and destruction can be interpreted as eerily relevant to current environmental trends. California, particularly Los Angeles, is increasingly vulnerable to devastating wildfires due to rising temperatures, prolonged droughts, and unpredictable weather patterns exacerbated by climate change. The state's fire seasons are growing longer and more intense, with recent years seeing catastrophic fires that have consumed thousands of acres, destroyed homes, and displaced countless people. Nostradamus' imagery of fire to the sky and the flame of destruction could be seen as a metaphor for the massive wildfires that threaten the city, particularly in 2025. Los Angeles, often referred to as a city of the West, fits the description of a region prone to devastation from catastrophic fires. In his Quatrains, Nostradamus frequently used cryptic references to societal upheaval and natural calamities, which could reflect the displacement and destruction that would follow such an event. The prophecy's themes of widespread destruction, displacement, and societal disruption might symbolize the aftermath of a catastrophic wildfire, where communities are torn apart and the region faces both environmental and social challenges. The disaster's far-reaching consequences could align with Nostradamus' vision of fire as a harbinger of chaos. The theme of fire in Nostradamus' Quatrains has long been interpreted as a symbol of widespread destruction, societal upheaval, and eventual rebirth. In the case of Los Angeles, particularly in the context of a devastating wildfire in 2025, these themes could be understood as a reflection of both the literal and symbolic consequences of such a catastrophe. With the city's geography, climate, and urban sprawl creating ideal conditions for wildfires to spread uncontrollably, Nostradamus' imagery of fire-consuming regions from east to west resonates deeply with the real-world threat faced by California. Los Angeles, situated in a region prone to wildfires, has long struggled with the devastating consequences of rapidly spreading fires. The city's hot, dry climate, combined with strong winds, low humidity, and the surrounding chaparral vegetation, creates a perfect storm for fire. As the climate continues to warm, the frequency and intensity of wildfires in California have only escalated. In recent years, the state has seen some of the largest and most destructive fires in its history, consuming vast areas of land, destroying thousands of homes, and displacing entire communities. The prospect of a wildfire sweeping across Los Angeles in 2025 is more than just a possibility. It is an increasing concern driven by environmental shifts. Nostradamus' cryptic language of fires spreading from east to west can be seen as an allusion to the geographic reach and speed at which wildfires can travel, particularly in a city like Los Angeles. While not always a literal reference, it encapsulates the idea of fire rapidly moving across vast distances, threatening cities, towns, and entire regions. The east-to-west reference may symbolize the westward spread of fires from rural or wilderness areas to urban centers, an event that has become all too familiar in California's fire history. When fires start in more remote or forested areas and are propelled by winds, they can rapidly reach cities, as seen with the devastating Thomas Fire in 2017 and the Woolsey Fire in 2018. These fires can be difficult to contain and are often unpredictable, making it a struggle to protect densely populated urban areas like Los Angeles. One of the most poignant aspects of Nostradamus' Quatrains is his vision of many fleeing but not being saved. This could be interpreted as the tragic human toll that large-scale natural disasters impose on populations. In the case of Los Angeles, if a catastrophic wildfire were to strike, it would likely prompt mass evacuations, with residents fleeing in droves to escape the advancing flames. The process of evacuation, while vital to saving lives, would also be fraught with difficulties, including traffic gridlock, confusion, and potential loss of life. Wildfires, particularly in densely populated urban areas, do not just destroy property, but also devastate communities and social structures. Families, businesses, and individuals would face the trauma of displacement, with many forced to find shelter elsewhere as their homes are engulfed by the flames. Beyond the immediate physical destruction, there would be long-lasting social and economic consequences. Nostradamus' reference to those fleeing yet not being saved could symbolize the psychological and financial fallout from such a disaster. Entire neighborhoods could be decimated, with thousands of people left homeless, struggling to rebuild their lives. As seen in the aftermath of past wildfires in California, entire communities are left to contend with the loss of homes, businesses, and infrastructure. The economic impact of such fires can ripple out for years, affecting local economies, businesses, and individuals who struggle to recover from the immense losses. Moreover, a large-scale disaster would likely lead to a collapse of basic social services, from healthcare to utilities, as emergency responders focus on fire containment and rescue operations. The strain on local and state resources could lead to further societal challenges, particularly if recovery efforts are slow or inadequate. In this way, Nostradamus' prophecy of displacement and societal upheaval could serve as a metaphor for the deep social impact that a wildfire could have on Los Angeles and other fire-prone cities. Despite the grim nature of Nostradamus' prophecies, many of his quatrains suggest that destruction, while devastating, can also lead to renewal and rebirth. This theme of transformation is especially relevant in the aftermath of large-scale wildfires. Just as fire can purge and clear land, allowing for new growth, the destruction caused by a major wildfire could lead to significant societal and environmental changes that could help prevent or mitigate future disasters. In the wake of a catastrophic wildfire, Los Angeles could undergo a transformation in how it approaches climate change, urban planning, and disaster preparedness. Cities across the world are increasingly recognizing the need for more sustainable practices to mitigate the effects of climate change and protect communities from the rising threat of natural disasters. If a wildfire of unprecedented scale were to strike Los Angeles in 2025, it could prompt radical changes in local policies, including better land use planning, improved building codes, and increased investment in fire-resistant infrastructure. Additionally, there could be a renewed focus on environmental conservation, such as managing forests, reducing urban sprawl, and ensuring the protection of vital natural resources that can help control the spread of fires. A disaster of this magnitude could also lead to increased efforts in global cooperation and knowledge sharing to combat climate change, which is widely recognized as a contributing factor to the worsening wildfire seasons. Governments and organizations may be more inclined to invest in sustainable energy, carbon reduction, and other environmental initiatives to curb future fire risks. In this sense, Nostradamus' vision of rebirth through destruction could symbolize the opportunity for societies to reevaluate and rebuild after a cataclysmic event, focusing on creating a more resilient, climate-conscious world. By interpreting Nostradamus' quatrains in light of modern-day concerns, we can view the flame of destruction as a powerful symbol of the dangers posed by wildfires, especially in places like Los Angeles. The prophecies may not be predicting a specific event, but rather offering a cryptic warning of the devastating effects of climate change and the havoc that unstoppable wildfires can wreak on entire populations. In 2025, the potential for a major wildfire in LA may serve as a modern-day reflection of these ancient prophecies, reminding us of the unpredictability and severity of such natural disasters. As we look toward the future, we are left to ponder, are these prophecies a warning or simply a reflection of the natural cycles that govern our planet? While we cannot say for certain if Nostradamus foresaw a 2025 wildfire in Los Angeles, the rising threat of wildfires in a world struggling with climate change is undeniable. We must ask ourselves, what can we do to prepare for such devastation? The flames of destruction may not be far off, but the power to act lies in our hands. Will we heed the warning in time?